In this video, we're going to walk through the latest updates to AssertThat BDD Cucumber and Test Management plugin for Jira. This release introduces several important improvements to the plugin, including our migration to Atlassian Forge, enhancements to issue view, improvements to test automation reporting, and new traceability options using Jira JQL. We'll also briefly talk about some AI capabilities that will be arriving very soon. One of the biggest changes in the release is that the plugin, at the time of recording, is 90% migrated to Atlassian Forge and will be completely migrated in the next few weeks. Forge is Atlassian's next generation platform for building Jira Cloud apps and provides improved security, better performance, and long-term platform compatibility. If you'd like to learn more about the details of Forge, we've included a link in the video description and notes. Let's start by looking at the changes in Jira Issue View. On the Jira issue, you can see BDD scenarios written in Gherkin. To enable the app, click on View App Actions, Acceptance Tests, click on the three dots here and Show for all work items. And this is a one-time activity. The acceptance test section will now be displayed for all your issue types. So AssertThat allows teams to create, edit and manage features directly within Jira, linking scenarios directly to user stories and requirements. In this update, we've made several improvements to how scenarios are displayed and managed in the issue view. We'll start by linking some existing scenarios. So I've clicked on Select Scenarios. So you've got lots of options here. You can link from an existing feature. You can filter by tags. You can search for the scenario. So I'm just going to put in a search for features containing test plan. Select the scenarios I want to link. Click on Save. Great. So you can see that it's now linked these scenarios to this user story. And you can see the full details in here. So you've got the feature, you've got the feature description, background details, you've got the scenarios. These can be reordered if you want to. And if you've got multiple features in there, you can reorder your features as well. I've got a scenario outline here, so we'll have a look at that because the execution's changed for how that's working as part of this release. Okay, if I wanted to add new scenarios, you can do that from here. Just click on the Add New Scenario. You'd add your new feature, add your new scenario and start typing in your steps. I think what we'll do here is just open an existing scenario, and what I'm going to show you now is how we've improved the step autocomplete. So previously we had a shortcut to help facilitate this. Now we're using type ahead search. As you can see, as I type, gives me the options of available steps which are already saved in this project. And this really does help speed up the process of reusing the steps so as not to get duplicates or lots of similarly named steps. So what we'll do now is we'll execute one of the scenarios. So I clicked on the play button and it's opened up the new window down at the bottom here. I'm going to click on Add Execution. And I'm going to pass this one. Obviously, you can add multiple executions here and it will pick up the latest one to display as the overall status. Scenario outline execution has changed as well as part of this release. Previously, you just ran the overarching scenario. Now you can run the individual examples. So I clicked on play, add execution. From the drop down, I select the scenarios I want to execute. Don't need to add comments. I'm going to set this one to in progress. And then for the other execution, I'm going to select the one which hasn't been run yet. I'm going to link it to a defect. Set that one to failed and click OK. and you'll see the overall status will be updated to failed to reflect the one failed and one in progress test. We now have this display at the top as well, which is a new feature, which makes it easy to see the overall execution and status of the scenarios which are linked to the user story. Another new feature is the filter button. So we've enhanced the filter. So obviously you can filter via feature, scenarios, filter mode, which should be manual or automated scenarios, filter status, which is really useful, so you can just pull out the ones which are perhaps in a failed status or an in progress status. And also, obviously, you can filter via tag expression. So that covers the changes on the issue view. What we'll do now is take a look at the changes to the test execution details and automation reports. So you can now navigate to AssertThat from the apps section here, and also available from the main menu, which we'll show now. So click on the demo projects, click on features, and then we'll go to the automation reports. One of the key features of AssertThat is the ability to import Cucumber automation results directly into Jira, enabling teams to get the full traceability between requirements, scenarios, and test executions. In addition, the plugin allows teams to triage failed tests, assign them to individuals, and we've got new functionality to raise defects directly from the failed test, which we'll show in a minute. Let's go through some of the changes on this screen. So previously you could filter by test names, but we've added the ability to filter by date and date range. So we've got last 7 days here. In addition, we've added the chart here for test execution analysis resolution, which makes it easier to see the status and where we're up to with the failed tests. Okay, let's take a look at one of the test executions. As you can see, we've revamped the test runs details page, adding a number of new analysis charts. Starting at the top, we display the features and the failed scenarios. Next, we have the overall scenario status and the failure rate, which is great for highlighting your flaky tests. It highlights which scenarios are failing most in the last 10 runs. And then we have the analysis, resolution, and assignee, and obviously the overall step status. So let's take a look at some of the failed scenarios in this test run and look at how we can triage them and assign them to individuals. From the test automation feature view, we've added our overall status bar so you can see the analysis status of the scenarios. In addition, you can easily filter for the scenarios based on name, tag, status, resolution reason, and assignee. To triage the test, select the assignee and update the resolution details. Click on the edit button. Add your comment. You can assign a defect here, or you can raise a defect from here, and it'll pull in the details of the scenario into the tickets. Finally, let's go to the traceability reports and have a look at the changes. Here we've added an interactive JQL filter, which makes it easier to build queries. In addition, we've added a number of new custom AssertThat properties, which are searchable in Jira. So you can see there's lots of options here to search for things like scenarios which are automated, scenarios which have failed, the mode, and you can do things like look at the ones which have a certain tag or just if you've got scenarios linked to them. Click on search. Link to the conference page with all the custom properties can be found in the video notes. Before we finish, we also wanted to mention that we're currently working on AI capabilities that will be available very soon. These features will help the teams generate BDD scenarios from user stories and improve individual scenarios, ultimately accelerating your workflow in a safe and controlled way. We'll be releasing more information about the AI features over the next month, so keep an eye on our updates. We hope you found this overview of the latest AssertThat updates useful. If you would like more information, please visit our documentation and marketplace page or contact us using the support links provided. Thanks for watching.